My baby daughter has seen and experienced more advanced technology than billions of people who've lived before the 2000s have experienced in their whole lifetime. In just a couple of centuries, scientific and technological revolutions have terraformed the whole planet to better suit the human livelihood. The usage of tools has been a big part of our evolution as a species. As we evolve to attain higher cognitive skills, intelligence and social structure, our tools evolved too. The ability to create and use a tool is one of the biggest reasons for us to exponentially evolve into the apex predator of our planet. Our tools have been such an important part of our history that it is based on the sophistication of our tools that we have classified the history of our ancestors into the Stone, Bronze, and the Iron Ages. For survival, we began building tools with the materials available in our immediate surroundings like wood, bone, and stone. For dominance and expansion, we explored our depths for newer elements to forge our way to the greatest of kingdoms. As we pushed through the ages, we found various techniques and methods to create better and advanced tools that helped us go further. Whoever had access to better tools and techniques of building tools was the most powerful of the time. The age of global expansion and bigger conquests meant that more and more collective intellect was used to study and improve these mechanisms. Combined with the might of the ongoing scientific revolutions, the evolution of tools into machines was pretty much inevitable. For the bigger world to work with, empires of the day required bigger and stronger machines. For production of goods, for example, manual labor was not going to cut it anymore. The first industrial revolution mechanized a lot of labor-intensive and repetitive tasks. Bigger and bolder mechanical systems came in place of their biological counterparts. The machines were rugged, more durable, and cheaper. The second industrial revolution went a step further, with mass production of specialized goods. The amount of new inventions in this space was so phenomenal that these specialized goods could be machines themselves. Although, most of the process of production also involved humans utilizing sophisticated tools, the production volumes of the newly mechanized industries reached numbers that were simply unheard of. Fueling this progress was unmistakable economic growth, urbanization, and an ever-impending world war. Humans were now taking a giant leap, where machines were helping us to commute further and easier than ever before, create structures, systems and other machines that were only being dreamt of just a few centuries ago. And thus, the evolution of the machines was in full swing. With every successive electrically powered machine being built, fine-tuning it to have a better control was of the utmost essence. Pure mechanical systems, for obvious reasons, were hard to optimize for various use cases. Electrical systems offered better and more diverse ways of control. The ever-expanding academic, industrial and military research facilities across the Western Hemisphere gave rise to cutting-edge electrical systems that worked in ways that stunned the common man. Electrical systems played a quintessential role in creating long-distance communication, newer and better controlled machines, all of which brought humans to the next level of sophisticated life. Within decades, the applications of these machines were seen in everyday, household use cases. The machines of the day helped fuel the advancement of research and engineering in varied fields like the chemical and medical sciences, the likes of which, in turn, gave rise to enormous industrial, economic, and social possibilities. Many a time, they evolved to change our course of history, and in other times, we directed them for a better future. At the crest of global conflict and weaponized war, we created machines that were powerful, heavy, and ones that could travel further and fast. More wars meant more research into weapons and machines of mass destruction. Until we reached a critical point. The turn of events in the outset of the Second World War, however, triggered a new phase for our lifeless friends. The Cold War pushing space exploration to new heights, and the start of global trade and global economy, meant that newer machines and techniques were innovated at blazing speeds, thanks to wide variety of scientific research. Machines in general started to get smaller, more logistically viable and compact to store and use. This would mean more and more people can start to use them. This, along with the machines which were powered by electromechanical systems, were needed to be replaced every decade or so by smarter, smaller and less power-hungry systems. Although, by now, the control systems were so much better, the electrical systems still had their inherent limits. Power, heat and noise. We needed more optimized, controllable and reliable subsystems to run the ever-powerful machines. Welcome, the humble grain of sand. After the discovery of the electrical properties of crystals, meticulous research and innovation got us the semiconductors and the transistors. Made of grains of sand, they really are a crown jewel in the long history of the machines. Very low power consumption, highly reliable, very less noise, and high controllability. We got everything we were looking for. The machines till now were acting as our extended muscles. Now, we started to create a primitive brain for our friends. The rise of electronics, wireless telecommunications and computers gave birth to the third industrial revolution. Most of our parents and ourselves watching this video right now have lived through and have experienced this revolution. The primitive brains of machines pretty quickly evolved to become much more complex. As the human society started focusing more on use of our own intellectual and cognitive abilities, to the maximum extent possible through education, research and scientific study, we brought our friends as well to the same playing fields. Thanks to economic reforms in the new capitalistic world, our collective and collaborative effort as a species began to realize this era of smart machines. Electronic chips of today are becoming more and more like a physical mirror of our brain. The transistors and other intricate elements of the chip are like the neural structures of our brains, firing millions of impulses between each other in a matter of microseconds. To unlock the full potential of our highly capable brains, we developed consciousness. With microchips, we needed ways to control and instruct the complex electronic hardware at a much higher abstraction level than controlling individual transistors, because, in just decades after their birth, there were millions of them in a single chip. Software was a natural progression that led our path towards the development of smarter machines. Together, this hardware and software duo, the computer, became the most intellectually powerful machine ever built. Over the recent decades, computers naturally became smaller, more efficient, more extensible, intuitive, and easy to interact with, enabling a wide variety of people and industry to adopt them at a skyrocketing pace. They have enabled us as a species to truly mimic our collective intelligence in the form of machines. Machines that are so mighty powerful, so as to create copies of itself which are better than the previous generation. The third industrial revolution gave us better human-to-human communication capabilities, through the various generations of wireless communication, that has transformed our societies to become more connected, collaborative and richer than ever before. The fourth one is doing this for the machines, and many industries as a whole. Highly connected people and machines, combined with the power of ever-powerful hardware and software stacks, has helped the world slide gracefully into the era of information. This era is primarily driven by the computers, on our PCs, smartphones, cars, and almost all other appliances around us. Smart is the word of the day. Smarter people command more respect than their peers. Likewise, smart machines and smartphones have become an extension of our lives. We're now able to train machines with a sensory-rich, real-world data to learn just like our toddlers do. This is helping us inch closer to create true artificial brains that can learn and solve complex everyday problems. The era of artificial intelligence has already started. We are living and experiencing the fourth industrial revolution every single day. It is only apt that we learn as much about it as we can. The people driving this revolution is me, and just like me, millions of much smarter engineers, scientists and companies around the world. Just as our species has evolved to be a collective and a collaborative engineering hive mind, our machines have too. Hello and namaskara. I'm Mr. Bsrpg. I am a senior electronics engineer exploring this revolution closely with my career, and I want to share my real-world insights with you. Come, explore this journey with me.